When you have a support system and you have friends and family in your life or relationships in your life that for the most part are good for you or bring out a good side of you, don't lose that. I don't care what the situation is. There are too many fake people nowadays to lose the people who support you or who love you. Okay? Now, I'm not speaking on all situations because some people are toxic themselves and they have a lot of healing and a lot of growth to do within themselves before they can actually see it from another perspective or another side of you. That's a whole different group of people. But if you have a heart and you have some type of understanding mentality, take a step back. A lot of people like to stand in that pride area and they don't want to apologize or see where they went wrong because it makes them look sensitive or it makes them look soft or it makes them look like that their perspective wasn't validated. Like, all that can be set to the side for the sake of somebody that you have on your side. Just putting it out there, okay? All right. So, in regards to keeping healthy in relationships and friendships, I think the best thing we can all do is support one another and understand one another. Now, when I mean understand, I don't mean that you have to relate to that person to understand where they're coming from. You don't have to, go through a certain situation to understand why they feel the way they feel. You don't have to ever feel how they feel in order to understand that they feel that way. Okay? We are all biologically programmed to feel these different emotions: pain, happiness, bitterness, joy, aggression, frustration, stress. We all do it. We all go through it, no matter what it is. Excuse me, I'm very up here today. Pardon me. How do you all go about maintaining healthy friendships and relationships in your life? Do you create boundaries? Do people follow those boundaries? Do you check in with your person on a regular basis? Do you hang out with your person on a regular basis? Do you emotionally support that person? The list goes on, guys. And I just wanted to know what everybody else thought. Are you the type of person that's just oh, they messed up, F that person, I don't want them in my life no more? Or that person's emotionally unstable, they're crazy, I don't want them around me. I'll just not talk to them and make them, I don't know how many memes or posts I've seen that's silent, when the person's silent, that you've hurt them. I mean, possibly, but it's also possible that that person just said, fuck you. I'm just saying it, for real. It's not always a cool feeling. And then, once somebody's like that towards another person, then it creates that person that's well, screw you too. Knowing good and well, deep down inside, that either one of those would want it a different way. And if that's the case, why aren't you doing something about it? Why are you just sitting back, letting time go by, knowing good and well that you care about that person? Even if the person isn't receiving of your apology or trying to understand or trying to fix the situation, it's kind of relieving to just try the fact that you did. Try. And there's only so many times you can try to mend a friendship or a relationship with somebody before you're just all right, I give up. They're not budging. I'm not even gonna mess with it no more. Because again, not on the same wavelength, because one of those people are on a one-sided perspective. Besides, whenever you're thinking about the people that you care about, the people that you love, the people that may be messed up, when you know good and well that you ain't perfect yourself. So why do you want to sit here and kick somebody out of your life or belittle somebody or point fingers at somebody when you know good and well that you have not done right all the time yourself? whether it's with that person or not. You know, like, some of us really need to step up out of, like, that pride area and just accept the fact that there could be more better times and memories with that person than there are bad. You know, do you want to sit here and harp on all the negative times that that person did you wrong or said something silly? I mean, it's like being nostalgic to the time that, like, what made y'all become friends? Now, people's lives change all the time. People's lives change all the time to where, you know, eventually you grow up, you get a family, you have kids, your professional lives change, I get it. And then some people that you grew up with and were friends are still stuck in that, you know, have fun, party, don't take care of their family type of mentality. Then that's different, you know. Then I can see where people try to remove people out of their lives for that reason, you know. When you're trying to come up in life and do for your family and do for your children, then it's different whenever it comes to who you socialize with and who you keep in your life. But at the end of the day, it's not fair to anybody to pick and poke or talk about the people that you are riding for majority of the time. I don't care what happens. It's not cool. You know, it's like, you know in your head that you didn't do anything wrong, and here comes somebody, you know, back in your life that is apologizing, and you're to the point to where you're like, haha, I knew it, but you know what, I don't want you in my life no more just because it took you this long to do something. Like, that's so petty, guys. It really is. It's like petty. Like, why do you want to push away people who are putting in an effort anywhere? You know, what may be not a lot to you could be a whole lot to them, because they're not set up the same way you are. They don't think the way that you do. They don't care the same way that you do. But if this is somebody who you care about, and there's been moments where y'all have showed y'all's compassionate sides for one another, all I'm saying is hold on to that, okay? So yeah, the only reason why I wanted to talk about this subject today is because, like I said, it's been kind of like a hot topic for the past week, you know, about healthy relationships and healthy friendships and setting boundaries and walking away from people. And that's probably been my biggest fallback, is it's hard for me to walk away from people, especially people that I care about. Now, I'll distance myself from people, you know, and contact them from a distance. But when it comes to, like, dealing with the same stuff, like, I don't know, because I've gotten to a point in my life to where, like, I understand why people act the way they do or why they say the things that they do. So I just kind of, like, take it for what it is, but it doesn't mean that I keep triggering them to act that way. Sometimes, like, again, you got to take a step back and see where they're coming from. And then if that's how they choose to live their life, then so be it. But if you're one of those people who tell people how it is and tell people what people need to hear, maybe that's what they're waiting on. Maybe they're waiting on for you to be the person to be like, look, bro, this ain't gonna get you nowhere. You know, like, I care about you. Like, it is okay to tell people that you care about them. It is okay, because there are so many people out here that think that people don't, by their actions, by the words that they say, by what they do. So many people out here who think they're worthless, that don't belong here, that, I mean, so much going on up here. So the next time that you choose to walk away from a good friend or a partner because you feel like that they was in the wrong and they couldn't step up and apologize because you felt like that you was worthy and deserving of an apology, take a step back and understand that maybe, just maybe, you might have been the trigger, or you might have said something off tone to make them feel that way. People don't just get in their feelings for no reason. I don't care what nobody says. Like, you know, like, I've been in situations to where people have been like, I mean, why all of a sudden you start acting like this? It wasn't just all of a sudden, okay? It wasn't. Either an issue kept lingering and lingering and lingering, and somebody didn't want to resolve it, and it stuck in my head, and, you know, and the person just acted like it never happened, which I cannot stand. You know, if you've ever been in my life and you become in my life and a situation bothers me, let's fix that right now, because if we don't, it's going to bother me and my personality will not be what you expect. You know, it's going to irritate me because you're going to go on about your own daily business and I'm going to be like, well, why can't we fix this? And you're going to keep on dodging the situation. That becomes a problem. And I know I'm not the only one who feels that way, because a lot of people want to dodge the matter. They just want to forget about it. They just want to forget that it happened. You cannot forget something that happened that has no resolution, or it's just going to keep on happening. Or you're going to have somebody in your life that's just going to keep bugging you about it. You know, you got somebody in your life that keeps bugging you about a situation or keeps asking you the same question. It's because you're dodging it. Why dodge it when you can just go ahead and squash all of that right then, right there, that one moment? Don't ever got to bring it up again. It's as simple as that. Like, it can be really simple, guys. I feel like that we make things more complicated for ourselves than they have to be. Like, they really do. I feel like that people choose to not want to deal with situations because of how it may make them look or how people may think of them. Like, I really think that a lot of people sit back and just think more than they speak, which is okay. But sometimes it's also good to speak up whenever something's bothering you, because if you don't tell somebody that something's bothering you, how do you expect them to ever know? You know? Like, for real. Like, we aren't mind readers. I mean, maybe there's some people out there with the gift of reading minds. You know? Maybe. But more cases than one, then we don't know what's going on with that next person unless they speak up about it, which that's why I say it's okay to ask somebody how they're doing. What's wrong with them? Why are they acting this way? And if it has anything to do with you, see what you can to fix it. You know, like, you're not going to lose anything from it. I promise you all. Like, if y'all go about situations the right way and stop pushing people away and stop judging people and stop pretending like people that you care about that you don't care. You know, if you start, like, treating people like they don't matter whenever deep down inside you really love them, you have nothing to lose. All you have is to gain if you just speak up and be real with that person. Friendships, relationships, partnerships, all of that. You know, like, it goes hand in hand. So, yeah. That's what I wanted to say on that matter. But most definitely, if you have any comments after watching this video, or any questions or any suggestions, like I always say, just go ahead and leave them in the comments or inbox me and we'll discuss them, or whatever. Maybe you can help me look at things in a different light. I don't know. Or maybe I helped you look at things in a different light. Even though this video was completely jumbled, it is what it is. Yeah. All right. So, to end this video, I just want to say that you all are amazing. You all are great. Don't ever let anybody tell you all that you aren't worthy enough. Again, with your partners, your friends, your loved ones, your co-workers, you know, we're all facing something that we don't always speak about. And I really think it's time for us to step up and speak our truth and speak what we're going through, because so many relationships of all kinds are going sour because nobody wants to speak up, because they're afraid of how other people may look at them, or afraid of how other people may feel about them. And I think that it should be a wrap for that. Like, it shouldn't even matter no more. There's already enough discrimination and segregation going on in our today's society, so why would you want to segregate and discriminate yourself against the people that you care about? You know, like, if you got somebody good in your life, you got somebody who supports you, or somebody that you really truly care about, do not hesitate to tell them. Do not hesitate to let them know that you are there for them. It doesn't matter. If you care about somebody genuinely, it does not matter what they've done for you, but what you can do for them. Your little bit of hope and your little bit of support for them can change their whole life. it's something as small as just checking up on somebody that could make a difference. Like conversation I was having earlier, you know, all it took was a message or a phone call to change somebody's life completely, you know, because some people get to that point to where they're just like, they don't care no more. They don't care, and some people don't care. It doesn't matter what you say to them. It doesn't matter, you know, but do you want to live your life knowing that you didn't try? Or do you want to live your life knowing that you don't have somebody in your life no more because of something you could have done differently? If you know you could have done something differently, then do something differently today. That's all I'm saying. We don't have time to waste. And watch people that we care about walk away. Today, make a difference. If not today, whenever you watch this video, I want you to really sit back and think about all the people that have walked away from you, or the people that you have walked away from. And if it's anything that's worth mending, anything that's worth sacrificing, anything that's worth putting effort into, fix it. Like, for real. Like, it's not, as long as it doesn't put, you know what I'm saying, like, your self-worth on the line. I'm going to go ahead and add that, okay? All right, guys. Well, I appreciate all of you all, and, yeah, I already know this video is all over the place. It's okay. It's whatever, you know? I'm putting it out there, and I hope everybody has a lovely weekend. I'll see you all next week. Bye.